I'm liking all this girl posts, and I'm agreeing because I'm like, bitch, me too. Oh, I'm sad, bitch. My nigga on the jail too. How time she was talking about my nigga?
You are watching a master at work. You are watching a master at work.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Noni back again with another video. If you're new here, make sure you stop right now, hit that subscribe button down below, become a part of our family or whatever you want to call it. And if you're new here, if you're not new, if you return a subscriber, thank you as always for coming back and watching new and more videos. So, as y'all can read by the title, today I'm doing it's a get ready with me story time of just how I became a single mom at 19. Shit was not easy. I went through hell and back being pregnant and everything, like, and just over the years, just me and my girl. Yes, me and my girl. But we've been through it all, like ups and downs. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm just gonna pretty much tell y'all about like me getting pregnant, what happened during my pregnancy, what happened when I first had her and stuff like that. Just like I said, how I became a single mom at 19. Of course, that was a long time ago. My girl is 9, almost 10. She'll be 10 in September. And so that was what, 10 years ago. I was pregnant in 2013. So 10 years ago. And we pushed through. We pushed through. And I'm telling y'all, I never thought I would even see. Not that I never thought I would see, but like just to really be here 10 years later down the line, like when I was that age and she was that age as a baby, I always was just like, I just can't imagine her being 10. Like, and y'all gonna see why I always would say I couldn't imagine her being 10 when I say all the story. But, you know, just make sure y'all just sit back, relax, listen to my story, watch me do my little makeup or whatever. And watch how I get this look right here. And listen to the story. Share y'all stories down below if y'all got some. But anyway, stay tuned. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's just jump right into the story. Okay, anyway, I just got on some like little short individual lashes, y'all, so I'm not doing no lashes. But let's just start from the beginning, okay? I guess I can kind of do it in the camera. Ooh. Okay, so when I was, let me see where to start. So I got pregnant, y'all, on my 19th birthday. I know that's kind of, I need a mirror. I guess no mirror. I got pregnant on my 19th birthday, y'all. So, real cliche, you know, birthday. It's your birthday.
Birthday. It's your birthday.
Whatever, birthday, type of time. And so, at the time, let's start from the beginning. So, at the end of 2012, when I was 18, we wasn't even together no more at this time. My ex-boyfriend, whatever, we were still dealing, still talking, still messing around or whatever. He got into some trouble with the feds, the federal police, you know, some gun charges or whatever. And so he was put on house arrest, basically until they went to trial or plea deal or whatever. So, you know, over the course of basically of him being on house arrest, we, you know, pretty much got back, like, really dealing with each other. Pretty much got back together. Because, I was there every single day. All day. Stand the night, closed there type stuff. So, my 19th birthday rolling around. Whatever. I get pregnant on my birthday that night. So, I find out I'm pregnant. Let me make sure. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I got pregnant on my birthday. I was due. Hold on. Okay. I got pregnant. My birthday, January 30th. I was due October 27th. So, obviously, that's 9 months or whatever. So, that's when I got pregnant on my birthday. So, I didn't find out until, like, mid-February or whatever. And, you know, we was young. We was being kind of dumb. Anyway, mind you, knowing he was facing some jail time, we not knowing how much. But, you know, we like, oh, basically like, oh, you want to have a baby type shit, type together, like, oh. So, you know, basically it was like, okay. So we just started being like on some YOLO, it is what it is. We ain't going to be careful no more type stuff. Not necessarily planning, but just whatever, it is what it is. If it happened, it happened type stuff. So I get pregnant on my birthday. I find out mid-February, like super quick, just because crazy. The way I found out I wasn't even trying to find out. I was having symptoms like being just like extremely sleepy. Like I would literally fall asleep at a stoplight. Damn. Literally I would fall asleep at a stoplight. So I was super sleepy. That was my first symptoms. And my smell was like real good. But the only reason I ended up finding out is because my cousin, her dude was actively like trying to get pregnant at the time. So it's her 21st birthday coming up in a few days. So I'm like, well, just wait to find out. You know, just wait until after your birthday to find out. Because she was already 21. You know, this big 21. We like, shit. I'm like, shit, just wait. You know, just wait. Her thirsty ass couldn't wait. She go take a pregnancy test. She come back like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm like, thanks for ruining your 21st birthday for us. Yay. Nah, but she did that. So basically, I was having some slight little symptoms. Not nothing crazy. I wasn't sick or nothing yet. But she like, oh, I'm about to make you take a pregnancy test. Because, like, my smell was like, she'd be in the kitchen, open a pack of freaking oatmeal. And I'm like, oh, my God. I'm not in there. I'm not knowing. Are you cooking oatmeal? Like, it was that strong. So, whatever. She forcefully make me take a pregnancy test. I wasn't going to take one because at that point, I had kind of like, we stopped like really like talking about like if we was trying or anything. We just wasn't doing nothing. So, I'm like, whatever. I took the test. It comes back positive. It came back like negative at first because it was basically, y'all know how it is, like how the test, it looked negative because it be super light and you like gotta let it wait for a minute. So as soon as I seen it, I'm like, bet, period, it say negative. You know, I'm like, girl, I didn't told you, because at this point I'm just whatever. And so she went back in there a few minutes later, like, or a little bit later, and it had turned, you know, the other line had popped up. So she like, bitch, no, it say positive, you pregnant. I'm like, what? So I'm like, oh, shoot, how I'm gonna tell my mama? Because, yeah, I'm grown in the year I was living in my own already. But everybody who know my mama be tripping. So she be still trying to tell us what to do while we grown. So I'm like, okay, me and my cousin, we on some setup stuff. I'm like, you call, tell my sister, because my older sister, she is super snitch and a kiss ass. That's what I always said when it comes to my mom, kiss ass. So I'm like, tell her that you found out I was pregnant or whatever, because I know she gonna tell my mama. This was my way of not having to tell my mama, because I wasn't trying to tell my mom. So whatever, they find out. Of course, they like, oh my God, why would you know, basically ask me why would I keep it, because just saying like it wouldn't be a good idea to keep it because he going to jail and possibly for a long time or whatever. But you know, being young, you like, one, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Me and my nigga pregnant. Oh, and then two, you know, me being young, being 19, I don't think I was really taking his jail case like serious. I don't think I knew the seriousness, the severity of it at that time. Like he was looking at some time, but you know, people who go into jail, they kind of be a little, not saying delusional, but they kind of be a little delusional or in La La Land. They like, no, I ain't getting that, or I'll be getting out. It ain't gonna be, you know. So we not really looking at it in that sense. We both was young. He was only 20 and I was 19, and so I'm not really taking it that serious. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm keeping it. Blah blah blah. Blase blase. Skip. They was mad for a little bit, but I mean, eventually, of course, they got over it. So a few months into me, let's fast forward to, he already had 2 kids at that, y'all, by 2 different girls. So I was turned. I mean, we was turned, already young and dumb as hell. But, but, hold on. I'm using, I didn't even show y'all my stuff. e.l.f. Yeah, the e.l.f. I should have been using, hold on. e.l.f. for the primer. And then my concealer, I was using e.l.f. This is e.l.f. concealer they got. I actually like it. Hold on. And then foundation, I'll be using Fit Me. Fit Me in the color Spicy Brown 3388. I mean 338. Okay, so boom. So a couple months down the line, when I'm probably about 3 or 4 months, this is when he like finally basically he had to sign the plea deal or whatever. He ended up doing a plea deal because they didn't want to go to court. Going to court, he was looking at me I'm not taking this serious or really knowing for real like I said, the severity. He was looking at 50 to 60 years or something like that, y'all. So he took a plea deal, of course, because they would have sunk his ass straight up if he would have went to, I got these little marks for my glasses. Straight up if he would have went to trial. So he took a plea deal. Plea deal, we go to court or whatever. I'm still not knowing. I go to the sentencing to see, like, you know, how long he get. They like, all right, you gon', you know, you doing a plea deal, basically pleading guilty for this deal. They like, boom, you get 120 months. I'm like, all right, cool. That don't sound too bad. You know, that's cool. Like, whatever. So when he gets done, like with the sentencing, they come over. We, you know, basically we talk and they like, yeah, like that's 10 years. Like he got 10 years. I don't know what I was thinking 120 months was, but 120 months, it don't sound crazy when you just say 120 months. So boom, here I am, pregnant, 4 months pregnant or something around that time. Baby daddy gets sentenced to 10 years in jail. Like 10 years, y'all, 10 years. Like that shit was like a real reality hit right there, y'all. I'm 4 or 5 months. I'm not sure. I don't remember for real. This was a long time ago. But boom. He get hit 10 years. Hold on. Let me go wet this. I have to go and wet my thing. But boom. He get hit 10 years, y'all. Y'all, when I say that was like getting hit by a bus, like that hit from reality. Like this is the grown world. This was probably the first real grown situation that I was in. So I'm like, damn, like I'll never forget that day. Me and him went to his house, went back to his parents' house. He was still staying with his parents, of course. We was young. And we went to his room and we both just laid there. And I remember he was sitting and I laid basically like across his lap. And we just cried together. We cried together about that. Like, here we are, 19 and 20 years old, and he just got sentenced 10 years. Like, that's our entire 20s, our whole young life, like, with this baby on the way. You know, like, I was hurt because of, you know, the fact that he was leaving. And then off the fact that, like, damn, like, boom, I'm off rip, a single mama. Like, I'm off rip. I'm a single permanently, kind of, like, is what it felt like. You know, like, had it just been a few years, couple years, you know, 3, 4, whatever, all right. But 10, that's like a lifetime. That's what it felt like. That's what it sounded like. I couldn't even imagine my daughter hitting 10 years old. Like, she's just now hitting 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. And back then, I remember, I'm like, I can't even imagine her starting kindergarten, yet alone being 10. So, you know, we just cried and we was both just salty. Like, that's not at all really what we expected to really go down. Like, so off rip, I'm a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he on house arrest this whole time, right? So they give him the rest, like, months on house arrest. All of this went over, like I said, on the course of months. They let him stay out pretty much because I was pregnant. Like, they let him stay out. They was letting him stay out until I had the baby. Whole time, me and him supposed to be together. Well, I can't think we kind of broke up or something. Whatever. We was basically together, I guess. I don't remember for real. But, you know, I'm pregnant. Whole time, this nigga turned. He having bitches, females, sorry. And then this is not no video to bash him or nothing. We cool now. I don't care no more. He grown as hell. But he got girls downstairs, outside, in the like and stuff, while I'm upstairs in a bedroom or in the bathroom throwing up, sick as hell, can't eat, can't drink, can't keep nothing down, sick. And he got girls in and out. He was talking to some girl that was in jail. He getting letters from girls and phone calls, collect calls from bitches in jail while I'm pregnant. Whole time I find out about some of this just like over time. You know, I'm pregnant, I can't do nothing. He on house arrest, he doing all this stuff. So, you know, it's bad. I'm sad as hell. I'm pregnant, I'm sick. I'm about to be by myself, raising this baby, like all of this, right? And it was just a real, not a fun time. I didn't get to have a good, fun pregnancy. I didn't get to enjoy it. And yeah, I pretty much brought it upon myself. You know, getting pregnant by somebody I knew was going to jail. I mean, like I said, I was young, being dumb, also not really knowing he was about to get that much time. So I'm not taking it like that. But I'm just going to let this sit for a minute so it can get tacky a little bit. Well, you know, a little sticky. But, you know, all of this going on, and I'm just, he partying, living it up, basically, like living his best life, because he's getting ready to go to jail. And it's like, I can understand that, but nigga, are you serious? Like, when I say he was messing with this one girl, her and like 10 niggas or something, it was me, my friend, 2 of my friends, and my friend's sister. We gets jumped while I'm pregnant. I get jumped by one of the girls and some dudes that he messing with. The girl he was messing with, I get jumped. Let me see what else happened. Like, besides me getting super play, he posting this girl, posting that girl, posting me, like just cutting up. You know what I'm saying? So this time for me was just not. It just was not. On top of the fact, like I said, I was sick every single day. So whatever, I ended up finding out I was having a girl. Like I said before, he already had 2 kids. They was 2 girls. So, you know, he wanted a boy. You know, I really wanted a girl, but I was like, all right, since he got girls already, I guess that we can have I want a son, whatever. But I really wanted a girl. So it turned out to be a girl. And I was happy for real. He was salty. I was happy. But, I mean, he didn't end up caring about it, of course. But, you know, I'm just, I don't know. It's just all over the place. But, you know, we go through that, whatever. So time go by, like the last, like, no, I'm skipping stuff. We go to our baby shower, boom, right? He playing like, oh, my PO said I can't come to the baby shower. So I'm at the baby shower the first whole hour, sad as hell, trying to enjoy myself. He was trying to surprise me. Nigga, that's not a surprise. Like, don't play like that. Trying to surprise me, whatever. So he ended up coming. We had our baby shower. This was like major for me because like my parents and them, like, they didn't care for him at all because, you know, they felt like he was a bad boy type stuff. So the fact that, like, I was just, like, feel like I was in a dream. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm pregnant by my dude. My people's cool with it. We had the baby shower. Yeah. Fast forward a little more. Just getting closer to the time where I'm about to have her or whatever. I was due, like I said, October 27th. I had her. I ended up going into labor September 12th. I was out to eat with my friends. We was at Steak and Shake. I never forget. Eating. And I just basically started. What I'm thinking is just me cramping real bad. I'm like, something is wrong. Like, I'm cramping. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, like, I'm cramping like real bad. Like, it hurt. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. She like, girl, them just fake contraction Braxton Hicks. If you can't take that, you're going to be able to take the real thing at all. So I'm like, all right, she like, just go home, take some Tylenol or whatever you could take when you're pregnant. Is it Tylenol? I don't remember. You know, usual little heat and pack, yada, yada, yada. So I drive home. I'm fucked up. I'm cramping. It's me and my 2 friends. But I drive home. I go to the bathroom. My wife is like blood, you know, basically mucus and blood. So I'm like, oh my God, my baby died. I'm scared. You know, I'm young. I ain't never been pregnant before. I don't know nothing about. I wasn't due for another 7 weeks, I think, or something like that. And so I go to the hospital. My friend, it's a thunderstorm outside. My friend had to drive us. She never drove before a day in her life. Her first time driving. Never drove before a day in her life. She had to drive me to the hospital. Pregnant. I'm in the seat like, you know, I'm pregnant. But it wasn't hurting that bad to me. I feel like, to me, contractions to me, they like a 7 out of 10. 6, 7 out of 10. People be over exaggerating, I feel like. But that's just me. I got a high pain tolerance. But, you know, we go there, whatever. We finally get to the hospital. I get there. I'm like, so what's, you know, they check me. They start walking out, the nurses. I'm like, so what's going on? Like, y'all gonna stop the labor? Because my mom like, they should be able to stop it or something, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, no, you already dilated to 10. 10? Mind you, we parked the car. I walk, you know, I'm having pain here and there, but I'm walking in there. They make me sit in a wheelchair. I'm like, I don't want to sit in a wheelchair. I don't need to. I get up there, they tell me I'm dilated to 10. Like, 10? 10? Like, this motherfucker about to come out? So I'm like, Darlene, that was my friend name. You gotta call my mama. I was with her and my friend Diane. I'm like, you gotta call my mama. She's like, oh, I ain't calling your mama because my mama be tripping. You know, she was just like, oh my God, I'm scared. So I'm like, you ain't got no choice. So I dialed the number. I called her. So Darlene like, Ma, because she used to go with my mom. She's like, Ma. She like, they said she dilated to 10. All you heard on the other line was my mom like, what? She went, and then she said, all you heard was like keys and rumbling like, shh. Like, you could tell she was getting her shit. So my mama rushing. So whatever, my whole family ended up being alerted, obviously. So everybody coming. One of them ended up having to call and tell my daughter's dad or whatever. Mind you, he on house arrest. So he got to get the okay from the PO to even be able to come to the hospital. So whatever, they finally give him the okay. When I say my sister, I wish y'all knew the locations. My sister was like 25 minutes away. She rushed to the hospital. She got there in time. My drum at 10. Thank God at some point I had dropped down to 8. So in the midst of everybody trying to get there, I had dropped down to 8. And I was just stuck at 8 for a little bit. So she was able to make it to the hospital. She had to drive another 20 minutes to go get him and 20 minutes back, basically. But it was supposed to be 20 minutes. They said she was speeding so much, she didn't stop at not one light. He told me some when they made it to the hospital, he got no kissing the girl. Talking about, thank God. She getting flashed. Like, so I'm not sure how long. I was in labor for all of 2 hours. So all of this happened over this time. Like, from the time I eat to the time I had her, it was all like 2.5 hours. So whatever. By the time he get there, it's like time for me to push. So like, everybody just got there right on time. It's like 25 people in the room. The doctor's like, y'all gotta leave. Everybody can't stay in here. My family don't give a shit. So they all like, who leaving? Who? So they all stay. You know, anyway, my cousin come knowing that she was due. Me and her was due 3 days apart. So she watching me give birth in labor. So she's scared, like, type of stuff. It was just crazy. So I had the baby. I'm not realizing still. I'm telling y'all, I was going through a lot. So I think that I was kind of like in la la land a little bit. It was like I was kind of tricking my mind to not really know what was going on or remember. I don't really remember, like I be saying to people. I don't really remember a lot of my pregnancy or like my daughter's first year of life. Like, I don't know if it was just so traumatic or whatever, but I don't remember a lot from that time in my life for real. Like, a lot of that is like blurred out. Like, I don't genuinely just don't remember most of it. Like, I remember major events type things, but like I don't like some stuff. But I don't really remember a lot from being pregnant and stuff or from her being little. So I don't like that. But let me put my stuff on. I forgot to put it on. But ooh, getting it everywhere. But I have her. I'm not knowing, like I said, even paying attention. They like, oh, I think she's gonna be like 4 pounds. I'm sitting there like, why the fuck would she be 4 pounds? So I'm not realizing that she had freaking preemie. You know, she was 7 weeks early. She was 7 weeks early. I was only 33 weeks or something like that. So she a preemie. So we end up having to go to the hospital. I mean, she ended up having to stay in the hospital. They had to take her. The hospital I was at didn't have a NICU. For babies or kids. They didn't have no children's hospital. So they had to take her all the way to a different hospital while I had to stay at the hospital that I was at. because, you know, first of all, they like trying to figure out why I had her early, what's wrong, like make sure ain't nothing wrong with me and nothing wrong with her. So she got to go to a whole different hospital. So, you know, I was the kind of mom, like, I didn't have like that immediate like connection. I don't want to make it sound better than like, because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this. Some moms just don't have a like immediate like, oh my God, my baby, I'm just gonna die for you type stuff. So like I'm sitting there like, okay, she gotta go to another hospital. Like what? You know, okay. So my mom like, okay, well make sure you call every hour and check on her. And I'm sitting there like, why? Why I gotta do that? Why I gotta do that? Talking about like shit to spit them. Whatever. So, you know, I do that. My mom like, we got to get you out the hospital. You got to get out. So whatever. I'm bugging my doctor. I didn't leave all the way. This happened at, I had her 10:26 p.m. I didn't get to, she left like within probably 20 minutes I was with her. She left and went to the hospital, the other hospital. My mom like stayed the night with me at the hospital. He couldn't stay. My baby daddy couldn't stay. He had to go home because he was on house arrest, like I said. So she ended up at a whole different hospital. I'm calling her, checking on her. Hold on. Who the fuck is somebody at the door? I didn't get out of the hospital until 5:30 the next day. So she was there at the other hospital from like 11 something at night all the way until 5:30 the next day without me. So I go. The next day I finally get let out. They advised me to stay for real. They don't want me to leave. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I gotta go, you know, be with my baby or whatever. So I go. She ended up staying in the NICU for 10 days. Not super long, 10 days, because it wasn't nothing wrong with her. They basically said it was not even no reason why I had her early. Wasn't nothing wrong with her. Wasn't nothing wrong with me either. So I'm thinking it was probably more so, you know, just like stress from what I was going through. You know, I was going through a lot, like I said. So I'm thinking it's just stress for real or whatever. So I have her. And like, so the whole, she come home. Yeah, we go to his house, my baby daddy house. So the whole like last like 2 weeks, you know, he really just kind of started turning up for real, like having party. He threw a party, like a going away party. We matched outfits and everything. Then he told me I gotta leave. Like I come there, we like take some pictures. This nigga told me I gotta leave. Or no, I think he tried to tell me I had to leave. So I didn't get to, we ain't take no pics or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, or we might, I don't remember. I'm like, the fuck, so, you know, we get into it. I ended up leaving. I'm just like, all right, well, fuck you. Type shit. And I think that's when we didn't talk for like the last 2 weeks of him being out. We didn't speak at all. The last 2 weeks of him being out. Mind you, I'm sad as hell. I got this new baby. You know, I'm doing all this shit on my own. Let me see, I want some highlighter. And, you know, I'm just a new mom. I'm about to be alone. I'm by myself. Like, this shit was just so overwhelming. Like, that's why I'm telling y'all, I really don't remember much from being pregnant or from my daughter's first year of life. So, last 2 weeks, we don't even talk to each other. We don't see each other. We don't talk to each other, nothing. The last night, it was literally probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I remember it was storming. It was a thunderstorm. And I don't know, my sister must have talked to him or whatever. Probably just feeling bad for me. Because he about to go away for 10 years. We haven't seen each other. My daughter ain't seen him, nothing. Like, so we ended up, basically, she ended up talking to him. I was babysitting my little sister. She ended up having me bring my little sister to her house or whatever because my parents was out of town. And I was at their house just watching my little sister, basically. And so I ended up going over there. He goes out. They let him on his last night out. They let him, oh, shit. They let him, I got highlighter all in my pants. They let him stay out, basically, like, go out. So he get off house arrest, they let him go out. So he out all night. Mind you, we supposed to take him to the jail, I think, at like 7 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, something like that. It's already out of town. It was like a few hours away. Well, that's when we had to leave, like at like 7 in the morning or something. So it's already a few hours away. He didn't get in the house till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm blowing him up. I'm blowing him up the whole time he out. He ain't answering, ignoring me. Yada, yada. I'm pissed off. I'm crying. This was just not it. Like, it was just not it. So, I'm going through his shit, being nosy. And I had seen like a gift. Like this girl had left him a gift or whatever. And I didn't know. I opens it. I reads the card. She told me how she all sad because her nigga going to jail. And I'm simply confused on how this young nigga, when he was literally my nigga, like we just had this baby last month. Like, how does your nigga, like, when we blatantly just had this baby and was like posting all on social media and stuff, like, what are you talking about? But mind you, I'm sitting there like, I'm reading, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Man, y'all know I see the name. It was this girl that was our Facebook friend. She had been complaining about how her dude was about to go to jail and she was sad. And y'all, I'm liking this girl post. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm liking all this girl posts and I'm agreeing because I'm like, bitch, me too. I'm sad, bitch. My nigga going to jail too. Whole time she was talking about my nigga. My nigga. Like, niggas are just not. I know it look crazy right now, y'all. Give me a chance. But, hold on. Well, whole time she's talking about my nigga, right? So when I find that out, I'm really tripping. So by the time he finally get to the house, we not even cool or whatever, y'all. So, you know, I'm thinking like, shit, we probably gonna get it in or something, you know, last little hoorah, goodbye type shit. We lay in the bed, go to sleep for an hour, 2 hours, because we had to be right back up. Nothing, of course, because we wasn't even cool. It was just not at all how I thought it would have been, like, for my last night of seeing, like, my baby daddy, my dude, or whatever, for the next 10 years. So, next morning, we get up, a couple hours later, and we got to drive him 2-3 hours away to go drop him off at the jail. I ended up leaving the baby with his auntie or his sister or something. Her auntie, his auntie, I don't remember, y'all. I told y'all this was 10 years ago. But, where's my... I'm a bad bitch. Where's my purse? What's this? Yeah. Okay, so he we take him or whatever, and that was some of the saddest shit I ever been through or had to go through. Like dropping him off and leaving him, knowing that it was me and his parents and him. Dropping him off and just knowing that I had to leave him there for the next 10 years. To me, and I'm not burning bread on nobody, but you know, that shit felt like somebody died. Like, that's how bad it hurt. Like, that's how it felt. Like, it felt like I never was gonna see him again, you know? And it just hurt. It was just like, damn, 10 years is crazy. Our baby, this infant, who was only, by the time he went, it was November 1st, I believe. I had her September 12th. So here we are. Here I am with this baby. And it's just like, damn, like, I'm about to be alone for real, like, by myself, just doing this shit. Like, just dropped him off for 10 years, and this baby 2 months. So, you know, I can't imagine. Hold on. I can't imagine 10 years later with this 2-month-old baby. You can't imagine your 2-month-old baby being 10. Like, who the fuck can imagine a 2-month-old baby being 10 years old? So that felt like a lifetime. It felt like never, like it was never gonna come. Like, it just felt like death to me. I grieved. Like, that's what I felt like. I grieved. That's why I think the whole first year of her life, I was like still in a grieving. Like, I moved on. Don't get me wrong. Me and him had talked about it and everything. And he told me, like, don't waste your life. Don't wait on me. We young as hell. Don't wait on me. Like, do you? So I stuck around for a smooth, like, month and a half. And then I found out the nigga was still cheating on me. He was still playing me off from jail. Like, had bitches getting his name tatted, coming to visit, giving him, you know, coming to see him. And what the bitch do? And, you know, just, like, doing stuff for him. And mind you, I'm trying to give my all to this nigga still here in jail. After that, it was done. So it was a wrap. Like, when I say I cut him off, I had went and visited him a few times, like, before all this. I cut him off, and I never fucked with him again, y'all. We went a while without even, we was cool, whatever. We ended up going a while, like, without talking, without being cool at all. And, you know, we eventually, like, towards the, like, end couple years of him being in there, got cool and was able to, like, talk. Like, right now, we cool. Like, we just cool. Like, where is my stuff? Where did I put it? we cool. You know, we was able to be cool or whatever, but I hadn't seen him. I think I went one time in like 2014. Then I never went back and ain't seen him since. Like, cause you know, we start fucking around, you cheating and stuff still. Like, so I went about my day. I went about my life, basically. And it's been me and my baby ever since. Like I've been single since there. I done dealt with dudes, talked to dudes, like seriously and stuff. But I haven't been in a relationship or whatever. So, you know, I've been me and her. Literally me and her ever since. Like, that's why I'm like, it's really just the two of us. Like, she went through so much of my ups and downs with me. Like, just my whole, like, 20s. Like, you know, she don't even know how many times I just been, like, down and out. Like, fucked up in the head. Like, just, like, had it. And the only reason I was like, I gotta keep going. I gotta get my shit together is because of her. The only reason I would smile sometimes is just only because of her. Like, it would be, like, where it's, like, I just want to give up. I don't even care about nothing no more. I don't... You know, but I just be like, she would just be devastated if anything ever happened to me, if I failed and didn't proceed like with my dreams or nothing like that. Like this little girl look up to me so crazy. Like, she think the world of me, and I'm literally to her, even though it's not just me and her for real, because I got my parents, of course they got my back or whatever, and you know I got other people I can depend on, but it really just always felt like me and her. She felt like that too. I can tell by the way she cling to me and just how she so obsessed with me. Like, and you know, it's always just been the two of us, like, ever since then. And I just feel like I went through a lot, and it's not at all, I would never like trade that. I would never be like, oh, I wish I would have had a kid at a different time with a different person so that I didn't have to go through it by myself. Now, my next kid, hell yeah, I'm not going to put myself to be a single mom off rip. You know what I'm saying? We going to hopefully be married when I have my next kid or whatever by somebody. But I'm happy I had her to go through all of this with. Like, I done been through, like, just so much in life and in time, like, over my 20s, and I just don't know where I would be if I didn't have her with me. Like, I would be so fucking lonely. And this is what I feel like. I probably would have a whole different life, but I just feel like I would be so lonely, and it would just be me, and I would just be bored, and I wouldn't have that thing to give me that real drive. Like that real, like, damn, I gotta keep going. I gotta do what I gotta do if I didn't have her or whatever. So I don't regret at all becoming a single mom at 19. I don't condone becoming a single mom at 19, but if you is, make sure you do it. Do what you gotta do. And do that shit. Like, it took me a long time. We grew up together for real, me and her. Like, I was literally 19. People think that 19 and stuff is grown. Like, when I was that age, I thought it was grown. Looking back, and I'm just like, oh my God, 19 is a kid. You don't know shit. You ain't been through shit. I mean, I had been through shit, but it's just like 19, you're a kid. Like, 19 is a kid. You're still a kid. Like, you got so much more to life that you don't even know about. But you know, I just feel like it was just crazy. Like, I went through a lot. And it's so much more that I'm not going to touch base on, because this was just really about, and I didn't even go into depth on some of the other stuff that happened during my pregnancy, you know, that just made it real bad. Like, it just was not a good time for me. I was not happy at all. I was miserable, to be honest. I was sad. I was lonely. I was miserable as hell. Like, it just, and I was sick the whole time. It just wasn't given. It wasn't a time. Like, it wasn't a time. It wasn't a time. My hair a little bit messed up. It just wasn't a time. And then, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I ended up becoming a single mom for the past 10 years. 2023 literally just made the 10th year. Her dad had got out in April. He got out a little early. He went back. I ain't throwing shade. He went back because I guess he got into some mess. Because he was on parole or probation or whatever. Whatever, he fucked up on probation. So he back, I guess, until sometime this year when his original release date was supposed to be. So, and I mean, even, I ain't gonna touch on all that. Like, I've been doing this shit by myself, like, for 10 years. So this is the 10th year, and I'm sitting here right now just thinking, like, damn, I remember when that day first happened. I was a 19-year-old little girl with this little 1-month-old baby, and I just was like, I cannot imagine her being 10 years old. Like, he don't get out till she's 10. Like, I can't imagine her even being 10 years old, it's just like, she about to be 10 now in September. And it's just like, damn, like, we here now. Like, we really here. Like, she about to be 10. Like, that shit happened. It seemed like it took a long time, too. Time didn't fly to me. It did go by, like, 10 years. Like, long time. And me and her done been through so much together. Just, like, that's my little road dog, my little best friend. Like, the older she get, the closer we get. Like, it's more of a, like, a sister, little sister, big sister type of relationship. Best friends for real. Like, if you a single mom, y'all, like a single mom, do not let nothing get in your way. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let no nigga who don't want to be involved or who got took away, like in my sense, whether they went to jail or died or whatever. Don't let none of that defeat you. Don't let none of that get in your way of being the best mom that you can be. Don't let nobody don't think that nobody else is going through stuff like this because they is. Like, I was the only one at that time going through something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my mom had went through that with my older sister. Her dad had went to jail when my mom had first had her. Like, I think she was like 1 or 2 or something. Like, so it's other people around that have been through the stuff that you're going through. You just gotta push through that shit. Push through that shit. Especially when you're young, you a teen mom. Push through. Don't prove everybody wrong who think you can't do what it is that you need to be doing. I've been doing this shit ever since. Like, I ain't never gave nobody a chance to think like, damn, she couldn't do what she was doing. I mean, when she had this baby, and what the fuck she doing? Never. I've been independent on my own ever since me and my girl. Like, literally, that's it. And I mean, just do what you gotta do, man. Go to school, go to work, put them in daycare. I know people don't like daycare. Put them in daycare if you got to. Whatever you gotta do to get where y'all need to be in life. And eventually y'all gonna be 10 years in like us. Like once you locked in, ain't no switching up. Whatever they said, that's all. But like, I'm serious, yo. Like I wouldn't trade nothing that I went through, none of the sadness, the heartache I went through, the struggle, being young and single mom on my own, all by myself, not knowing at all what I'm doing. Like, I wouldn't trade none of that in the world. I wouldn't do it over. I mean, I would do it over. I mean, like, I wouldn't do a redo. If I got to do a redo and switch it, I wouldn't. Like, I love the way everything turned out with me and her. Like, we like this. She got my back, I got her front. Vice versa, whatever. Like, it is what it is. It's just me and her. Me and her until we expand our family at some point. Like, but damn. I'm just thinking for real, like, shit, just be real. Like, I was young. I went through so much. Like, a lot of, like, some grown people shit, like, some pain. Like, that was something that was a major. And like I said, I left out so much just because a lot of stuff was just too personal, I feel like. And keep your heads up, though, if y'all young moms, teen moms, new moms, and ain't nobody believing in y'all. I had a support system, thank God. My parents always had my back if I needed them. And, you know, hey, stay strong, do what you gotta do. Become the best mom you need to be. Become the best woman that you can be. Follow all your dreams. Don't let nothing get in your way. Nothing. Like, I'm a little bit late on trying to follow my social media dream. Which I'm not late because I've been started. I just always be falling off. But, like, I'm in this shit. Like, and I just realized that I got to give me and her what we need to be. It's been us. Always going to be us. Always us. Never them. But, yeah. Always us. Never them. So, yeah, that's it for this little part. Let me change my shirt. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my story time, my how I became a single mom at 19 story, just to get a slight little look into my life, the beginning of my life. You know what I'm saying? I was young. That was a long time ago now for me. But I went through so much, and like I said, I left out so much still, like, that I went through, like, that really fucked me up. Just like emotionally and mentally and stuff back at that time. And I was just so young going through stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see now, like, why my mom would trip on me about, like, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah. When you get older, you really realize that your parents be right. They be right all the time, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave y'all stories down below if y'all got any crazy stories to tell about how y'all became a single mom. Or just a young mom, because I was young and I was a single mom and technically a teen mom since I was only 19. Leave y'all stories down below. Let me know if y'all like story times, if y'all want me to talk about something else in my life that done occurred, or if y'all got any questions or anything, leave them down below. If y'all need some advice because you're going through a similar situation, leave that down below, or feel free to DM me on Instagram at nonikae.com. I'm on a website so bad. At Noni Kae, at noni.k. That's where I got it from. Facebook is Noni Kae. TikTok is Noni Kae Official. Make sure you guys, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.